thinking, why am I in a jumper being out in Dubai when it's sunny outside? That's because my cardio has changed, which you're about to see right now. So yeah, drink this coffee and let's get into it. Time to go into the death stairwell. I haven't been here since lockdown. Yeah, it's intense, but obviously that's why we're going. To answer your question, why am I wearing in a hoodie? It's just to increase my heart rate, increase the intensity, burning more calories, making it harder. So this is going to be 45 minutes fasted cardio. It's now like 10 o'clock in the morning. Woke up a bit late today. So we're just going to go up all the way. I think there's like 26 floors total. And then go back down in the lift and repeat it. This is what I was doing throughout lockdown. And it was a killer. Because it's super hot in here. I don't know why, but whenever I go through these stairs, I always seem to think about like 9/11 and stuff. Like what them people had to go through when they were the firefighters when they were going up the stairs, and when the people were trying to go down the stairs. It must have been so horrible. Pitch black and stuff as well. So the reason I'm doing this cardio instead of the normal treadmill cardio is because I need to bring out the conditioning of my legs more. Because my legs are not the biggest size anyway. Well, my body in general is not the biggest size anyway. So I need to bring out my conditioning more. And in order to do that, like walking on the Stairmaster is really good. But I don't have, so there's two gyms I use out here. And both gyms do not have a Stairmaster machine. So, and if anyone knows about the Stairmaster, it's a killer. And it's probably the most effective way to do cardio. When I was doing the cut last year, that's what I would do every day. But this time around, I haven't done that. It's been more of a steady state on a treadmill cardio with the daily steps. So this is why we've changed to this now. And I'll talk a bit more about cardio and what types of cardio you should be doing after I've done this cardio. You know when people finish cardio and they want to tell you about it. Oh, it's so difficult. No, you're doing cardio wrong if you feel that way. It needs to be tense enough, but not too tense where you're acting like a dickhead after. I really need to stop swearing in my videos. This is not good. I set it that children can't watch, but still, it's not a good habit to have swearing. And I say like about a million times if anyone's noticed. So, we are back guys from the cardio. As soon as I get back from fasted cardio, I like to eat straight away, as I'm obviously hungry. So yeah, if you watched my last video, you would have seen, if you haven't, go and watch my last video, but you would have seen that I purchased finally some weighing scales. Let's just say it was interesting when I figured out how much food I've actually been eating. So like I said in the last video, if you would have watched it, I haven't been weighing my food out for this entire prep. I don't suggest that you do this, and this is the reasons why. Because I thought I was eating 80 to 100 gram of oats every day, and it turns out I was actually eating 150 gram of oats. And so on a high carb day, I was actually eating 300 grams of oats. I think that's why I've been able to kind of hold and keep a bit of size to me. but obviously we've reduced that down now. I did reduce it down to 50 gram of oats per day, and it was a bit too much of a deficit, so I'm going to do it slowly. That's the thing, slow and progressive. So we've pushed it back up to 100 gram of oats. So we'll have 50 gram of oats in the morning, 50 gram of oats before I go to bed. That's just how I like my carbs throughout the day, yeah. So yeah, first meal is going to be like the same before, 6 egg whites, 1 whole egg, and 50 gram of oats. So that's meal 1, guys, same again. Little diet hack for you: always eat with a small spoon and fill your oats up with a lot of water to make them expand more. So let's talk a bit more about the importance of weighing your food out. My chicken meals, or meat meals as I was using, they were actually pretty bang on, to be fair. So what I thought was around 175 grams was 170 grams, give or take. Obviously some of the frozen chicken breasts are different to others. But so we weren't too bad with that, but obviously the oats was a big, what I thought I was eating was obviously not the same. So yeah, really for me it's a bit different because I've done this for years and years, so like I've got a bit more understanding of how much, when I look at food, how much is in what. But for someone starting off especially, you need to weigh your food, you need to track your food, because if you don't track, how do you know if things are not going right for you? How do you know why they're not going right if you're not tracking what you're doing? So it's important to track your cardio, track your daily steps, track your food intake. You're just going to get a better understanding about your diet and your maintenance levels and so on. Like it's so important to track, and especially, to be honest with you, I'm surprised how I've got to where I am without tracking my food as I've been doing. But obviously 3 weeks out now, we need to tighten things down. Yeah, make sure we're on top, keeping on top of everything. So now I'm even weighing out my fruit and things like that. So today is actually a rest day. So then cardio in the morning, 45 minutes. Doing the daily 15k steps now, that stays the same. The food's obviously a low carb day today. We're gonna actually try something different today in regards to the water intake. So my water intake's just stayed the same. I drink between 6 to 8 litres of water per day, but today we're gonna half my water intake. So we're gonna go for around 2 litres today. I think I'm gonna try 2 litres, so one of these bottles in 500 mils, and we're just gonna see what that does to the body. So see how it dries me out, see how my body responds to the reducing water intake. So that's what we're trying today, which is going to be tough because like I said, I'm used to drinking 6 or 7 litres of water per day, so it's going to be difficult, but we'll see what happens with that. In regards to my training, I did speak to one person recently. Seem to be getting a lot of help lately from people, especially my gym that I train at. Everyone's so friendly in there, and they come up to you, and especially of late, as my body fat's been getting, obviously I'm getting leaner and leaner, people are starting to notice, so they speak to me in the gym, and I obviously engage back with them and then tell them I'm doing a show. And these are like people who've done shows before, they've done the same show, they're coaches, they experience, you know, so they've been helping me, which is great. Like, I accept all help. So yeah, got a couple of people helping me with the posing and giving me little pointers with the diet and stuff. But yeah, this one guy said basically I should do 2 hours of cardio a day, and I was thinking, no. I spoke to one of my other mates, and he said no, I wouldn't bother doing that, because this is the thing, you need to do enough for your body, but if your condition is on point, like it's getting there, you don't want to do too much. I don't want to overstep the mark, overkill myself, because then my physique will start looking bad in a worse way. So it's important to just keep doing what I'm doing, basically, because I'm on the right track. And then as we get closer and closer, so I've been dropping calories in my diet. That's the thing you should do first, drop the calories in your diet first, and then if you have to really dial down your conditioning, then I can increase the cardio maybe like 2 weeks out rather than at this stage. because I'm fairly happy with my physique at this stage, at this point, the conditioning. Not the physique, obviously. I'd like to be a lot bigger than what I am, but in regards to the conditioning, I'm fairly happy with how my conditioning is going. Like I said before, I just need to bring out the legs a bit more. And the people that I'm competing against, so my class is 73 kg, but the people that I'm going to be competing against, for instance, I weighed in today at 72 kg, but I still got a little bit of fat to lose, so my weight is going to be dropping. It is dropping. So when I weigh in on the weigh-in day, I'm probably going to be around, I don't know, maybe 71 kg, even 70 kg, I'm not sure exactly, but it's going to be low. And then obviously we're going to put the carbs in then, and have like a refeed 2 days out from the show. So my weight on stage will probably be around 73 kg. But the problem I've got, especially with these the other athletes that are going to be competing, because they're all on steroids pretty much, they're going to probably dial their weights, drop all the water intake, come into the weigh-in, bang on 73 kg, and then they're going to carb up extremely high because they're on steroids, so they'll be able to eat more, as it's going to be better for their body. They carb up extremely high, and they're probably going to be on stage maybe like 80 kg, I would say. So I'm going to be competing against guys who are like going to be 10 kg more than me. But that's nothing I can't help that. Right now, like I think the last video you watched, I was pretty stressed before that point, a couple of days ago, and now I would like to say I'm feeling a lot better. I've just kind of put my main focus. If I can't change things, it's out of my control, then I'm not stressed. I promise myself I'm not going to stress about it. So I'm only gonna not stress, but I'm only gonna give my time and attention to things that I can control. And I can't control my size, my muscle mass at the moment. I'm going with what I've got. But one thing I can control is keeping that fullness, keeping that condition, bringing the better conditioning, practicing my posing. So if I'm on stage and my posing is on point, my conditioning is the best I can possibly get it to, then I'll be happy. That's what I'm striving for. Whatever the result, the outcome, I don't really care too much about that. Of course I want to win. I train to win. I want to be the best. But my goal is to bring my best conditioning and posing, and then we'll see what happens. It's out of my hands then, it's in the judges' hands, you know. But as long as I've done that, I'll be proud of myself and happy with what I achieved. And we're on the right tracks. I'm getting better and better each day. Right, in regards to cardio, which is probably why you clicked on this video, what cardio should you be doing? The thing is, for instance, my preferred choice of cardio is low intensity, steady state cardio. But that's because it's related to my goals. I'm a bodybuilder. I want less impact sort of cardio, and I want to reserve my energy ready for my training workouts, for the weight sessions. So the answer is, really, people are always trying to find the answer. The answer is there is no answer really. Like, it's all relative and related to your goals, what you're trying to do. For instance, if you're trying to become a sprinter, obviously you're not going to do steady state cardio. That's the last thing you're going to be doing. You're going to be doing high intensity, high impact stuff, you know, like that quick burst sort of cardio, or whatever training involves around that. So it's all relative to your goals. But steady state cardio for me is easy to stick to. That's why I tend to use it. That's why I use it with my clients, because it's not taxing on the body. They know they can do it. As long as they got the time, they're able to do it. And they're going to come back next week because their body's not tired. And they'll come back, and then a week after that, and the week after, and they'll stick to it. Eventually, once you've dropped your body fat to certain levels, and your body's going to get used to that sort of cardio. When your body fat is low enough and you want to take it to that next level, then you just introduce a different type of cardio, maybe a bit more high intensity than the steady state, but not too much, not nothing crazy. Like, for instance, me today doing the steps in the house. This is a different type of cardio I'm used to. I'm not used to this. My body was finding it harder than if I was doing a low treadmill walk. Or you just increase the speed on the treadmill, or the the incline on the treadmill. But find what works, what works for you that you're able to stick to, and then just repeat. But it's all about longevity with this. Longevity is key. If you're gonna do it for a week and stop, there's no point. So the type of cardio you should be doing is the cardio that fits you right, depending on your goals, how long you've got, how much body fat you want to lose. There's so many different variables that come into it, but you got to find what works for you. But I suggest steady state cardio, like what I'm doing now, steps. But I'm walking around. This is just chilled walk on the beach. Look, nice views, you know, easy. Right, that's it for the video today, guys. I'm going to leave it here, keeping the content coming, like I said, especially like when it comes sooner and sooner to the show. I'm going to try and keep more videos coming real close to the show. I don't want to film too much because I want to get in the right mindset. I don't want to be focusing on social media and YouTube and stuff, but I definitely want to document this whole process as I feel it's interesting. It can be useful to others, as it's my first show and I've prepped myself. So I will try and keep as much content around the show in as possible, but you have to understand that this is important to me. It means a lot to me, so I'm not going to be focusing too much then on social media, but I'll try and get as much content as possible. If you've liked the video, people, please just smash a like. We just hit 100 subscribers. I know it's a very small amount, but the channel is growing. For those of you that are watching my videos, I really appreciate it. And yeah, we're on the road to 200 subscribers. Let's get there. I'll see you in the next video.